They're going to look to really shake it up and try to be as crisp and clean as possible.
BYU will be in their home navies, and Concordia Irvine will be in their road whites and green. Concordia will start it off. Game on between the Golden Eagles and the Cougars. Concordia blocked at the net, kept alive. And an early point for the Golden Eagles to start things off.
Well, I think these first 5-10 points, these two teams just feeling each other out, trying to figure out how they're going to attack. And that first contact for BYU is going to be so important. That serve and the pass especially.
Fisher with the serve. Cottle doing what he does best, side out for the Cougars.
Cottle has size and range, so he's very tough to stop in the middle. And when BYU gets that pass going, they can really establish the middle early, and that'll open up the rest of the pins.
Tyler Herget or William Zabka with an ace. Sweeping the leg like the Karate Kid with that headband on the ace.
And what a serve, just tattooing that line. I don't know, you can't get better than that. That's a tough ball to pass.
Nice dig from Concordia Irvine. Coming on the near side this time. Huge hammer from Galapo.
Galapo's great on that outside position. You see he hits well on the right and on the left wherever he is, and he's a player, talking to Coach Gurdon, who's just improved over the course of this season, found a lot of confidence in his swings.
Christian Galapo from Luxembourg. Nice swing on the outside by BYU, kept alive. Golden Eagles attacking now. Triple blocked at the net by BYU.
Henderson looking there to reset that point. You can see how he took something off that swing, hoping that his team could transition out of it, but BYU gets the stuff block instead.
Ooh, near ace there from Tafunga. Double blocked at the net this time. Mosier getting involved in the action.
It's really tough to get it past Mosier and Cottle. Look at those players just perfectly aligned, pressing, taking away a ton of space.
Dalen Jonathan Tafunga from Long Beach. 2-1-3, not too far away from Concordia Irvine. Swinging on the outside of the Golden Eagles. Cottle, miss hit, kept alive. Golden Eagles again meets the triple block.
And here's something that BYU has done that we've noticed on the past few plays. When they haven't had a super good swing at the ball, they've kept it in play and trusted that their defense could turn around and block balls and get the point.
(5-2), BYU out to an early lead here in set number 1. And a serving error gives way to Concordia Irvine. Side out. Some good energy from these Golden Eagles so far.
Well, this is a great team. They've really just had to be brand new. Half the team stayed from last season, got a big influx of new players who have really come together well over the course of the year as they try to find their identity.
Big swing and serve, misses this time. Side out BYU. Cottle gets it over. Huge block, but out of play. It's a big ups there from Logan Whitaker.
Well, and Whitaker really the go-to guy for this Concordia squad. So smart, hits with a lot of range, a leader on the floor and off. He is the drive in this team offensively.
Powerful serve, gets it over. BYU smashes at the net. Gavin Chambers getting his first.
And BYU really establishing this middle early. We've seen Caudle with a few swings. Gavin Chambers getting some sets as well. Get a good look at Gavin Chambers' wife, Claire, in the stands. Clearly so focused on the match.
And speaking of focus, pinpoint focus there. A great kill from Concordia Irvine.
Miles Henderson there and back to serve. Transfer from OCC, Orange Coast College there, right near Concordia Irvine. He's a mid-season transfer, so he just made it and has really made an impact immediately.
Attacking error or?
BYU in the net,
Underneath.
Set a little tight, couldn't quite save it, and Concordia sticking in there. This is just a 1-point set as we look at this BYU swing.
Woo. Good block by Concordia at the net, and BYU punches through. And Coach Olmsted talked about earlier this week, because of their crazy road schedule, that this is a great opportunity for this BYU team to shake off some angst, some frustration, I guess.
Oh, for sure. I think BYU's got to wonder how they're going to come back after struggling, especially against Stanford 2 nights in a row, to not be able to come away with even one win playing at Palo Alto really was frustrating for this team, and they want to come out and show and play at the level that they are accustomed to and hope to be playing at going into the rest of the season, which is just brutal. You know, they've got Pepperdine and USC and UCLA coming up, so they've got to be at their best.
Attacking from the back and making that thing happen, Miles Henderson.
Henderson, a really good passer and big hitter as well. So when he rotates to the back row, he's at his best. They really like to get him involved in the offense with that quick, big attack. Habermas
To serve. Oh, great serve. Nice save there for BYU. An attacking error for the Cougars.
That looked like it might have gotten some fingers. Coach Olmsted not going to use one of his challenges, though.
Good look at Coach Olmsted, 11th season at the helm here.
Coach Gurton talked to his team coming in, obviously, about playing with this lighter air at elevation and how a lot of those jump serves that you're used to falling in down at sea level are just going to float out a bit.
Nice execution on the outside. Galapo again.
And a good set as well. You look at Matt Fisher setting it pretty much a double quick, and that block was held with the middle, leaving a wide open one-on-one for Galapo on the outside to get an easy kill.
Huge swing from the outside, and Oldani getting in on the mix.
And Oldani, a player I'm really interested to see how he bounces back after those matches at Stanford, where for the first time all season, he's been such an incredibly consistent player, but struggled for the first time, and how he bounces back and can find that groove again. He's been just so fantastic all year.
BYU sneaks one over with the ace. Johnny Lawrence approved there from Tyler Herget. Oh, kept alive. Golden Eagles on the attack, and too far.
Trying to go high hands there. BYU escaped with one there. Anytime you get an overpass option, you want to put that ball away, but Concordia kept the play alive, just couldn't convert.
Nice dig. Coming back again to Galapo on the near side, takes a little off. BYU keeps it. Punches it back through, and that last touched off of Concordia. 14-9 BYU.
What a run from BYU. You look at that last play, Concordia trying to go with off speed, but anytime you're up against AJ Cottle, we'll see the finish in that, but Cottle's able to save that, because what might work in your own gym against your own players, Cottle's an extra 3-4 inches above. You got to make that adjustment.
Another misfire from the backside. Tacks on another point, and that'll take us to our timeout. And we'll step aside. BYU is the first to 15 here in set number 1. 15-9. You're watching the MPSF on Big Ten Plus. We'll send that over to him.
Mace Windu. Coach Girton is wearing Mace Windu Star Wars stand socks right now in honor of all these GCU transfers. BYU's got 4. Obviously, Girton was an assistant coach in that program last season as well, of a couple transfers on this Concordia side. So a lot of players very familiar with each other.
The purple making sense. And let's check in with Kenzie. Kenzie, what did you pick up during that last time out?
Yeah, Brandon, the Concordia coaching staff told their team they have to get Tyler Herget off the service line. He had 26 attempts from the service line last week. They have to get him off the line sooner. And he feels like they're getting good touches, good digs off the block, but they're not converting. So they're living in out of system. And he said, we are not going to be successful if we are living out of system this entire match.
Ooh, interesting. Thank you, Kenzie.
Yeah, great point. Obviously, Herget serving is a great scoring rotation for BYU.
Oh, the power from BYU on the outside. Concordia right into the net.
Well, and I think right now when you get to this point, if you're Concordia, when you're down by a few points, you feel that stress, and every play feels like you've got to make up 2-3 points on a swing instead of just staying patient, try to work your way back in. But it's tough to get going and focus on the next play when you're down.
17-10, BYU on top. Tafunga gets it over. Concordia on the outside, blocked. The last touch by BYU, side out, Golden Eagles.
Henderson using that block, and there's one of a quick first ball kill from Concordia. That pass set kill, not allowing BYU to extend the rally by getting a defensive stop.
Ball Schulteis with the serve. Some power on it too. Attack from the back, you can't stop that.
And BYU with so many different options offensively, when they get that ball up to the net, it's really tough defensively to stop them, because you cover a middle, you cover an outside, that opens up the back row, and Herget doing an excellent job moving that ball around.
18-11, BYU on top. Great serve, crushed. Right down home by Trent Mosier.
And that serve pass battle we knew would be an important one as Concordia takes another timeout, but so important for BYU to come out and take control.
We'll slip aside as well. 19-11, BYU on top. Defensive, and of course, just another reminder, if you're in the Provo area or if you want to come drop by in April, BYU will be hosting the MPSF tournament.
Yeah, you can see a lot of great teams and players. It's going to be fantastic.
Good joust right out of the timeout here, but BYU gets the last laugh.
Great heads-up play from Muldaney. Just utilizing that tight ball on the net. Using those hands out of bounds, but also, again, just BYU starting to roll from behind the service line. You look at Cole Hauser coming in off the bench with an ace and then continuing to keep that ball in play.
Switching it on the outside. And Logan Whitaker, again, rising and executing.
And if you're Concordia, you're thinking more of that right there. Just that pass that kill again, and you look at Whitaker, he's able to elevate well. Very strong, but he just hasn't had that much opportunity.
Heavy hand from Whitaker, and there's an ace for Concordia.
Whitaker again getting that kill in the front row and then turning around and coming back behind the service line to get the ace. It's amazing how all the skills are connected. If you can find a rhythm in the front row, sometimes that continues on and vice versa.
And BYU working it back around. And I will not lie, I thought I'd be brave, but that thing came right over, and I got out of the way on that one.
Well, that's what you were supposed to do, right?
A laser.
Good swing. And BYU gets that ball right back.
Shoo! Came right over into the crow's nest over here. And that one too far out of play. So
yeah, right now, BYU rolling. They want to just put that foot on the gas, finish, take some of this momentum into set two. Concordia is going to want to slow it down, find ways to be successful so they can reset.
Oldaney with the serve, trying to paint the corner and misses just barely.
Here we go, Cougars, here we go. Here we go, Cougars, here we go.
Miles Henderson from San Diego, California. Serves, gets it over.
That's a tough play. Concordia in the net there as BYU had to really rush that approach. And again, BYU continuing, but it's that service pressure that has been so tough on Concordia. They're hitting negative right now as a team because they can't find that consistent pass.
A lot of adrenaline on that one from Oldaney.
Well, Mosier too.
Oh,
he was
Mosier,
the one
yes.
serving, and Trent Mosier especially needs to take the opportunities that he has behind the service line to find a rhythm. You know, he's kind of struggled a little bit and really wants to find that groove in this match.
David Mansilla, the redshirt freshman from Redondo Beach, one of those Grand Canyon transfers, gets it over. And Concordia stringing together a little rally here.
Well, I think, you know, you restart. The great thing about volleyball, it's going to be 0-0 after this set, and so you want to find those ways that you've been successful and be able to turn that around.
Mansilla again. And BYU looking for the kill. Keeping it alive are the Cougars. Concordia now in the offense. Blocked. BYU doing their job. And we're at set point.
The block for BYU has been really fantastic. Just able to line up and put that pressure on. So this first set alone, it's really been a service game for BYU, and then that block.
Timeout Concordia. And we'll keep it here on the floor. And what do you think is being said right now in the Irvine Concordia huddle?
Well, I think interesting there, probably just another chance to let's set up a play, let's find something that works that we can try to get a quick side out. Doesn't hurt to put a little pressure on the serve. Tennyson Lighthall subs in and then has to rest again as he gets iced. But I think it's more about let's talk about finding a way to be successful if you're Concordia.
And BYU with an opportunity to just get the job done here in the first set. And again, so far, still early on in the match, but BYU loving being back home.
Right, I think that serve especially kind of shows that comfort level for the Cougars. Everyone finding their rhythm from behind the line.
And there's a good look at Sean Olmstead. Most wins at BYU. He's 3 away from Carl McGowan. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Really, really impressive. Olmstead's done a fantastic job over the course of his 11 seasons. This program in good position, has had a lot of successful years, and hoping that this one as well will be one where he can take it far into the MPSF tournament and hopefully qualify for one of those seeds in the national tournament.
He still looks great too. Rumor has it he's dabbling in ultra marathon, like he's
dabbling all the time. Yeah, he replaces that hip and then keeps going and just runs until he needs a new one.
So if you come and hike in the mountains, you might run into Coach Olmstead. Set point for BYU. Whoa, not so fast, say the Golden Eagles.
Well, don't you love that? That's what you want in a timeout. Let's draw this up, come out, blast the ball, get some earned confidence that we can take into set 2. It's exactly what Concordia needed.
Matt Fisher at the serve. Big swings for the BYU Cougars, and they get it done in set number 1, 25-17.
Terrific first set from the Cougars. They just started to roll after a bit of a slowish start, but then found their rhythm behind the serve of Tyler Herget and didn't stop. We'll see what set 2 holds for us.
Tafunga puts the set number 2, start things off. BYU at the serve. Cottle blocked at the net. Coming in the near side now. And Concordia runs out of real estate, but Connor Oldaney with a nice strong swing, and he was somebody that you said, Amy, BYU needs to try and get more confidence under.
Right, and he's just so good and so clean with how he swings, and that play really just showed that contact just high up and over the block. He's finding his rhythm.
Tyler Herget on the service line, which Kenzie, our sideline reporter, brought up was a point of emphasis for this team. And
AJ Cottle, that
throwing it down.
Yeah, that was like catch and throw. Do not try to tip over me type of block.
And an ace.
BYU more of the same with Herget behind the line. 3-0. Just a quick start for the Cougars. Tremendous job going to this particular rotation, and credit Tyler Herget for keeping that ball in, keeping that pressure on, and not making errors.
This is another Friday in the park for Tyler Herget. The whistle is blown, and they're going to say point BYU.
Concordia in that kind of touch up at the net. They got stuck and netted that ball, but what a start for the Cougars.
And a quick timeout from Concordia. We'll step aside as well. BYU on top early.
Can't watch this. It hurts every part of me.
The ice cream chugging contest, and it's literally right behind us.
It is. I can't look. The arms are shaking. They're just...
Oh, look at this guy.
These poor children.
Oh, man, they're going after it.
Oh.
Get it, dude.
You okay? All right.
He's got the brain freeze, and he got cut off the play. They're like, we got to play volleyball.
Right.
He's percusizing Tony. Oh, that's a legend right there. Herget at the line. And somebody ran into the net.
BYU in the net gets Herget off the line, just so consistent with that pressure. Now Concordia has that opportunity to put some pressure on this team themselves. They're going to want to get after it behind the service line, disrupt this BYU offense a bit.
Tafunga gets it up. He gets it right back. And they're going to say no touch. I think they're going to challenge this.
I don't know if there was a touch. That's an interesting one to look at. Because it looks like Tafunga didn't have anyone there.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Nice swing. Yeah, should have been a challenge. That should be quick.
And shout out to our camera crew. And they do the best job in the land. They're spread out. Our replay crew as well, getting that for you.
You can see Galapo, he wasn't there, so had to really rush over to try to take something away. And clearly touching that ball, BYU will get that ball back.
Shout out to our award-worthy producer Harrison Collier, our director Scott Hill, our technical director Ethan Johnston, our audio wizard engineer Ben Warner. And they're all working behind the scenes to get you this broadcast and all those camera angles. And call reversed, Amy, so nice and easy there for BYU. 5-1 Cougars here in set number 2. Jeez.
75 miles an hour.
And they're going to let that one slide.
Oh, good touch.
Oh, a touch.
All the fans wanted to see another serve from Tafunga. He hammered that ball. Concordia is happy they got that one.
And Kenzie, what did you pick up during that last timeout?
Yeah, Brandon, that last play was exactly what the Concordia coaching staff was talking to their team about. They want to see aggressive swings. They feel that they've been hitting low into this block time and time again, and either they're aggressive low into the block or they're not aggressive at all. And so it's really good to start seeing Concordia to take some of those high swings off the hands of the BYU block.
Great stuff as always, Kenzie.
Right, you've got a big block in front of you, challenge it, right? Go after the periphery, really attack the high hands.
Oh, going across the line. Concordia kept alive by BYU and hit out of play. Too strong from Trent Mosier.
Mosier didn't have much time on that play. You see him laughing a bit. He kind of dug that ball really well. It bounces right back to him. Didn't have much time to take a swing and hits it out.
Too much strength with the stash from Mosier there. Schulteis with the serve for the Golden Eagles. Another great serve for Schulteis. Oh, great setup and finish by BYU. Gavin Chambers with the kill.
Terrific save from Herget. Not much he could do there, so credit Chambers. You got to be up and ready. When you're middle and you see that your setter is going to be tight on the net, really important to be up and available so they can get you the ball.
Oldaney gets it over for BYU. Right in the breadbasket. Trent Mosier.
Oldaney having a fantastic night so far, hitting 500, and also terrific job serving. He's forced a lot of overpasses.
Poor Matt Fisher in that replay was just covering his head to get out of the way. Big swing and a side out from Concordia Irvine.
And that's that play again, just challenging, hitting high. Logan Whitaker has the ability to jump high, hit hard, but right now hitting negative. If he can get back on track, that could be huge for the Eagles.
Dang, a lot of power on that serve too. Oh, joust at the net. And I think they're going to say BYU went under.
Net by Herget. I think he got caught in the net. He was moving backwards, trying to joust. That's a really tough play to control.
Only 3 points separate these two squads here in set number 2. A side out for BYU.
But it's clear if you look at Concordia, they've made the adjustment to attack more. They're attacking behind the service line, hitting a lot harder. They're approaching and hitting hard and challenging this BYU block.
Mosier at the service line gets it over with the rainbow. Herget. Tafunga.
A good pass from BYU, allowing Herget to really control that offense, develop a play, and get Tafunga the ball on the outside.
Mosier again with that high serve. The laser gets it over. Kept alive by the Golden Eagles. And Concordia can't save that one.
That was a quick swing from Chambers. There was a double block in front of him, but he was able to be up and swing so fast that they were really on their way up. We've got a camera locked in on Claire Little Chambers and her nails as she supports.
She looked just a little nervous.
No, never. Cool as a cucumber. One of the best players on the women's team. She is a very fantastic volleyball player. Oh, great adjustment.
Whoa, Logan Whitaker. Whoa, we got like a competition of some matrix moves here.
Well, we've seen this a lot this season. When you are the opposite and you're back behind, essentially hiding, you gotta be aware of quick movements when that serve comes at you. We've seen a couple not so lucky hits over the course of this season.
Gavin Chambers with an ace for BYU. And we'll step aside. Timeout. Nope. I beg your pardon?
It was just a sub.
Just a substitution. We're just getting timeout trigger happy here. Good side out there from Concordia.
They want to touch. They're going to challenge.
It sounded like there was.
It didn't look like it to me, but I've been wrong before. It looked like an awkward swing, awkward set. That was quick, though. I think Sean just wanted to hurry that along. Hey, if there was a touch, we know there's going to be, so let's just move on.
Yep. Right off Cottle's pinky?
Whatever finger wasn't taped.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one that's going to get hammered there.
All of our replays tonight are brought to you by the legend Sammy Schlossenstein Bates and his crew, award-winning crew, our replay staff, replay general. (14-7), BYU up by two touchdowns to one. Herget gets it over. And Concordia has these spurts, these moments where they look like they're doing great, and then they just hit themselves in the foot.
Yeah, it's a tough one, and this in particular, right? I think when a player goes on a run, like Tyler Herget has done in set one, in set two, when you're back and you're in the passing lanes, you're thinking, oh man, this guy again, right? Get him off the line, and you get a little tense.
And that's a nice side out. Christian Galapo getting back involved. Haven't called his name in a while, but when we usually do, it's good things for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, Galapo, one of the bright spots in that first set. He had 4 kills. The team was hitting negative. He was hitting 300, just doing a really nice job.
8 serving 15, and that does not help the Golden Eagles. Some long size and eye rolls from the coaching staff for Concordia after that.
Well, it's a tough job, right? You want to put pressure on a team, but you don't want to make errors. And so you've got to find that balance, and it's always tricky.
Great camera work and great takes there from Scott Hill and his crew. Ooh, there's a touch.
Great play again. Concordia doing a nice job keeping Tafunga from serving multiple balls, getting that pass up to the net, and getting a quick side out.
Christian Galapo, the junior from the European School of Luxembourg. Whoa. And Trent Mosher with the kill after the deflection. There's a dig to start things off from Tafunga.
And that push out, you see a triple block, and so a really smart swing as Mosher, out of system, is still able to find a way to get a kill.
Another big serve. Hauser getting involved. And can BYU save it? Oh, inches away. What an effort, though.
That's so tough when you're Oldani. You're running back thinking, how can I contort my body to hit this ball over the net when you have no, physics are involved. It's really tough.
Oldani smiling about it. He's still young enough. He's at the age where that...
He's nimble.
Exactly.
That didn't break his back.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
It hurt everyone watching, but that's too many service errors, I think, for Concordia. Dial back the pressure a little bit and make sure you're making BYU play and make decisions.
7 in total for the Golden Eagles service errors tonight. Big serve for BYU, and Oldani misses. So Concordia is still flying around. BYU is yet to slam the door. And back-to-back serving errors. So 19 serving 11. And Trent Moser will be back to try and get a groove going here for BYU as Coach John Gurton
Just, what do you do?
Attack from the back, some finesse this time. Oldaney rises and executes.
Great play right there. Just a heads up play, obviously. You know, terrific set, but good court awareness. Knowing where his hitters were. Herget recognizing Oldaney's the guy that's in position to get a good, solid swing.
And we'll step aside. Timeout on the floor. 20-11. BYU on top in set number 2. Gavin Chambers has been doing some good stuff here for BYU in set number 2.
Yeah, solid night so far. 4 kills, hitting 500. Has just been up and available. Great blocking as well for the middle, and BYU getting a lot of different players. Trent Mosier and Oldaney have 5 kills, and Tafunga and Chambers have 4. Just a lot of different players finding success.
I love the word you use there, available. What does that mean for those that might not know?
Well, I think if you're a middle, your job is to be up all the time. And available kind of feels bad because you never get set, right? But a middle has to be up all the time. They've got to be up and ready for when they do get set. And Chambers has worked hard to do that and be in a good position.
An attacking error for Concordia gives way back to BYU.
Right now, just spinning a little bit for Concordia. Want to settle down and really kind of slow it down and focus on those first contacts. Let's get that pass up to the net so they can find a rhythm and work their way back in.
And there's a great look. The nice zoom in at Trent Moser's mustache. Mustache March here in Provo. Oh, heady play. Great stuff there from Matt Fisher. Totally caught BYU off guard.
Yeah, and that shouldn't happen, right? Where else was he going to go? It's a tough one, and you're thinking, oh, all he can do is maybe save it and set the middle. And so as a block, you're geared up to jump with the middle blocker. So the freshman doing a nice job getting that kill.
Tafunga with the dig. An awkward spot there.
That is a terrific set. You look at it and you think, oh, Fife, he missed tight. But he didn't, because it really is advantageous for the attacker when it's on top of the net, because that swipe off the hands, so easy and completely unable to defend.
BYU just a couple spots away from taking set number 2. Tafunga! Oh, they're going to say that it's out, and BYU wants a touch.
Please, please, coach. That's what they all look like.
So here's a good look at the dig. The nice save from Oldaney. Herget throws it over the other side.
There was a triple, so did somebody's fingers get it?
All right, now here's where Schlossenstein, Timmy Bates earns his money right here. His replay crew. Oh, looks right. Yeah. There
Got
we
that
go.
Pinky.
Should be fairly quick. And here's the whistle. Oh, spoke too soon.
For BYU right now, it's just continuing to maintain that high level of execution and all the way around. And this, so far, is the match they wanted, coming off that rough 3-week series where, yes, physically you're exhausted as BYU gets the touch on that play, but I think it's more of an emotional and a mental exhaustion, because you get to this point in the season and then you're on the road for so long. Mentally, it's exhausting, and they want that chance to bounce back and really finish this match strong.
23-12 after BYU wins that challenge, and they promptly serve it out of bounds. So Concordia Irvine still breathing here in set number 2.
Tennyson Lighthall coming off the bench as a serving sub, bringing a lot of power. Congratulations to him. He just got married a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Who needs an off week? We don't want to go to Hawaii. Let's get married.
How about that in the middle of a season? Wild. Tafunga with the dig. Herget sets up to Funga again. Blocked, and Amy Gant just saved the little kid's life.
I did.
There's a little kid right behind her. She didn't even know.
Yeah.
And she just poked that away. There she is. That's the
there I am.
That's the kid's life that she just saved.
Great. And
You got a little blood.
Well, I had a tough encounter with the mandolin in the kitchen earlier, so that was not smart. I should have used my other hand.
Oh, no. Concordia staying alive. Set point, 24-14. Fisher serve into the net, and BYU will gladly accept the offering. 25-14 to end set number 2 with another BYU victory.
Quick set again for BYU in that second. Now the challenge is to maintain the level and not let up. If you're Concordia, you want to talk about it and see what you can figure out to find success in the third.
So BYU takes set number 2, 25-14.
Finding our identity and working through things kind of in the moment. And so, you know, credit him saying, hey, look, here's what we did well, and here's what you can build on. Those out-of-system swings were better. They've improved. Now continue to improve from there. We'll see coming out in this third set what they can come up with.
And after a rough 2.5, 3-week spread on the road, when Coach Olmsted talked about that this might be a way, almost a therapeutic session for this team, just to let some frustration and some anger out. And here they are at home, up 2-0 as we start set number 3. And that's a good way to do it, getting a point.
A.J. Cottle was quiet in the second set, so he's the first one they go to. And Coach Olmsted, before we went there to the break, he did talk about how they wanted to establish their pins first, because Concordia is usually in more of a bunch read on their block, and so pushing those pins allows them to open up the middle when usually you establish the middle and it opens up the pins. But again, Herget missing that serve has got to be the best thing Concordia has seen all night because he's been so deadly behind the line.
And Galapo misses. And this is where the frustration from Coach Girton coming from, where they get these opportunities that they got to capitalize on. So Tafunga, who had a couple explosive serves in set number 2, starts off set number 3, taking a little off. Double blocked at the net by BYU. Cottle and Mosier getting involved.
And those blockers really working that eye work up and over quick. It's tough. You've got to watch that setter and look for cues to know how quick that ball's going to go to the middle and then get up and over.
And there's the laser from Tafunga. 73 miles an hour, not bad.
If you're not near it, you're not touching it. Tafunga hits such a heavy ball. He goes right in that seam, right on the back line.
Let's see where Tafunga aims this time. Up 4-1 are the Cougars here in set number 3. Great dig. Galapo on the outside. Gets a friendly touch from BYU and a side out.
That's a perfect swing there. Just high, hard off the hands to expand the court. No defender back there, obviously. And it gets Tafunga off the line.
Schulteis. And Cottle sneaks that one through.
Cottle again and again, and each time he swung, he's had a double block on him, but his size and his ability to reach means he's playing just up and above where nobody else is.
Cottle with the serve. Kept alive by BYU. Whoa! Galapo gets it back over. Herget. kept alive again.
Longest rally of the night.
Galapo closes the door.
There you see just the energy that builds as you have these long rallies. Concordia has that opportunity. That looked like a lift. Maybe in slow motion, but for Concordia to finish and get that one, that's a lot of energy and tempo and power, and they get it all.
And O'Daney from the outside.
And the speed at which O'Daney's able to attack, he's up fast, he elevates and gets on the ball quick. He's got a nice finish on his arm, so it's tough for defenders to get there and close it down.
O'Daney now back at the service line. Ooh, near ace.
Barely cleared the net.
Oh, triple blocked.
Gavin Chambers was up and waiting for that play. Watch him reach and press, just utilizing that height. 6'9", he's tough to get by.
7 serving 3, BYU again with the lead.
BYU in the net on that play, and Concordia hanging in there, really continuing to attack.
CUI Volleyball will go back to the service line. The junior from Rancho Cucamonga, California. Him and his brother Isaiah Vogel on the team. Right down the line, that's high percentage for BYU and Trent Mosier.
You can feel the energy kind of change a little bit. Both these teams kind of raised the level on these past few plays. Hitting harder, 70 miles an hour on that serve requires you to be more precise as you hit and swing. Just a really nice level up.
And Mosier trying to take a little bit off of that and just could not get it over the net.
I was wanting to play around with the depth on that serve.
So Habermas throws it high in the air and gets it over. Great save from Chambers. And the ball deflected.
Really nice save from Chambers.
Yeah.
He was low and it hit him. That's kind of how you cover. Be down and ready. You don't know what angle it's going to come off. And O'Daney really happy that his middle was there to cover.
Gavin Chambers now to serve. Punches it over. And too far for CUI.
Might challenge that. You see Coach Curtin kind of, oh, well, let's try it. Let's see.
Might as well. Oh, he's going to put it back.
Oh, he asked his team, should I challenge? And they're like, nah.
Honest.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice, easy play for Matt Fisher.
Yeah, BYU not controlling that. That was a ball that should have been handled, but Gavin Chambers frustrated. That's when you're like, ah, I'm a middle. I don't play back row defense, but he usually does.
The Camarillo man gets it over. Oh, what a hit, save, dig, everything. Goodness. Oh, nice play. CUI showing some energy here in set number 3.
And Bernardo Adam in at libero for BYU. A terrific read from him, but couldn't quite pop that up.
Fisher, the freshman, gets it over. Ooh, Cottle barely swiped it over. Galapo.
Here comes Concordia a little bit, right? They feel a little energy, confidence. You can see in system that the BYU block doesn't have time to get up and over, and so there's a lot more holes, a lot more court space to hit into.
Fisher again at the service line. 3 straight points for the freshman. Can't stop that. Perfectly placed off the tip. And BYU exhales. Now Herget, where he's been so deadly at the service line. Great way to keep it alive for BYU. Big swing, nice triple block. BYU on the attack again from the back this time.
Here's what's so tough. When you have a player like A.J. Cottle in the middle and you're a middle blocker on the other side, it looks like that set is high enough that Cottle's going to hit it because of his range, right? And so he gets the blocker to jump with him, but just right on top of his head, Mosier to finish.
Galapo on the near side. Side out for CUI.
Good change. Galapo really good on the right side of the floor. Anytime he's over there in serve receive, they're going to get him the ball.
Here comes BYU on the attack, blocked, and it goes out. So BYU still alive.
But you look at Schulteis, he made the right choice, right? He made a good transition or a good adjustment. Instead of jumping with the middle, recognized it was a bick. So this next one, he's going to get the stuff block.
Here comes Tafunga. From the back row, getting it done is Christian Galapo.
That's his 10th kill. Hitting close to 400. Galapo having a night.
Galapo is Luxembourgian for kill. So Schulteis gathers himself. Takes a big deep breath and trying not to let that weird graphic on the boards get to his head. And he hits the line judge.
Great job for the line judge. Hold your ground, right? He wasn't diving out of the way. But BYU, an opportunity here to take back control. Concordia having a little bit of momentum and feeling themselves a little. BYU wants to get back in control, and that starts with that tough serve.
Joseph Nunez, the junior libero, as you see in the green shirt, through number 16, he is so feisty right now, trying to keep this energy up. In between sets, he's going up and two-hand punching his teammates in the chest, and he is just all fire right now.
Well, that's kind of what you want from a libero, right? The hype man. You control the defense. You control that energy there and run the show.
It's a great kill from Logan Whitaker.
That confidence there again. And Whitaker, who has been the guy, you know, we can't say it enough, still hitting negative on the night now.
Yes, exactly.
Hot.
It was 80-something degrees today.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Oh, you will be when there's no water to drink.
Another time. All right, out of the timeout, BYU on top 15-11. Whoa, what a kill on the outside. Kai Vogel.
Well, Kai Vogel comes in, unloads. You could see on just his arm swing alone that whatever, it didn't matter what was in front of him, he was just going to hammer that ball. Tafunga was playing defense well outside the court and just gets blasted with it.
So Vogel back to serve. And that one hit 72, but it also hit the net. And Trevor Herget coming in to serve for BYU.
Yeah, for the first time tonight as a serving specialist.
And that one too strong. Keeping CUI in the mix.
And he'll stay in there, just giving Mosier a rest. We'll see if Mosier comes back or if Herget is in now. You see him kind of jumping a little bit. It's hard to stand on the bench. You get really cold. It's been, what, 2.5 sets. You got to warm it up quick.
Joust won at the net by CUI. Paul Schulteis.
Schulteis taking advantage of that overpass. Herget didn't have much he could do with it. Tries to put a block up, but Concordia putting that pressure behind the service line.
Concordia only down by 2. Make that 1.
Well, and it starts with the serve, right? The serve and pass game. BYU struggling to get that ball up to the net, and they're really having unforced errors when they're hitting out of system.
An opportunity to tie this thing up here. Connor Orrock right into the net. And BYU, they'll take it. And Coach Girton giving Connor Orrock and company the well-deserved love for battling back here. And Cole Hauser gets the ball over. Galapo.
Well, I think when you are setting and making those choices, finding the hot hitter is really one of the choices that setters have to figure out. Galapo, it's not hard to know who to set for Concordia. 11 kills, hitting .444.
Fisher gets it over. How does BYU respond? Just like that.
And there's that play again. When BYU gets that pass up to the net, they have so many options. Getting that ball to Cottle, he's up high. It's over the block. It's almost slow enough that you think it might be a back row set, but he's able to get that kill.
Tyler Herget now at the service line. Off the top shape. Oh, Schulteis in the flow.
Terrific set from Fisher, finding his middle. Great tempo. You see them open up and split that block.
Perfect rhythm. Galapo gets it over. Galapo now sets it up. Whitaker off the top tape. Joust. Tipped, kept alive by BYU.
Good save from Trevor Herget.
Another tip, kept alive by Concordia. And a mistime play gives the point to BYU. Wow.
Oh, such a missed opportunity. Concordia playing great defense and just not sure how to maintain that tempo. Coach Girton might want to challenge something within that play if someone was under, if there was a net, but really tricky on that. You saw the setter coming all the way over, so he wanted to speed up that offense.
So it looks like they are going to challenge.
See if there was a net. Throughout that rally, this could be a long one as they're trying to figure it out.
So the replay crew will crack their knuckles and get to work.
And this is a huge moment if you're Concordia. Great choice to go with that challenge play because that momentum, both these teams fighting for it. Concordia playing with a lot of confidence. They're working hard. They're getting great defensive plays and really challenging the BYU block.
It could be in the middle of the rally, so we're just going to show the whole thing here.
Just keep an eye. You get to be a line judge and the down ref looking at the net.
So far, nothing.
Was it on Cottle? Yeah, when he pressed on that play.
Interesting.
Well, and this could be a long time because you've really got to find it and ensure that the call was being made appropriately.
So there's a zoomed in look. We'll take a look at Cottle.
Well, he looked good there.
He looked clean there, yeah.
These camera angles are amazing. Slowed down so much. They're really able to see a lot. This is a big point right now for both of these squads.
Timmy Schlossenstein-Bates and his crew working overtime to try and get you these camera angles, along with our producer, Harrison Collier, our director, Scott Hill, our technical director, Ethan Johnston, and our audio engineer, Ben Warner. And the challenge is not successful, but maybe an unofficial timeout is the success there.
Exactly, and Coach Girton, it was worth a shot. But yes, hey, this is an opportunity. Eagles, this point right here, they want to get that pass up to the net. See if Tafunga can put that ball in.
Right out of the gate. CUI staying alive here. Kai Vogel has been coming up huge.
And the speed, great set again from Fisher. The tempo he's able to get that ball to Vogel just opens up the whole court because it's so fast. The block for BYU can't get up and over and take away a lot of space.
So David Mansilla, the redshirt freshman from Redondo Beach, who had a string of about 3 or 4 serves in a row that were money earlier in set number 2. CUI on the outside. Kept alive by Hergen. Oldaney off the tip. Point BYU.
Great plays on both sides of the floor. BYU specifically just really, when it's out of system and it's a scramble play, the athleticism of these players is shown. You could see Trevor Herget was going one way and the ball came his way. He's able to turn it into a terrific set that Oldaney could finish it off.
So Tennyson Lighthall will serve for BYU. Great adjustment in the air. BYU on the attack. Triple blocked, but it goes out of play.
I think you chuck that ball up nice and high. Trevor Herget's going to elevate and be able to attack the block. It doesn't matter that it's a triple. He's able to get the kill. He's hitting so hard. It's coming off these players at crazy angles.
8 kills, 294, 2 blocks. And all the hustle plays in between. The Tennyson Lighthall. And off the tip, CUI gets the point. And after the timeout, we'll check in with Kenzie Kerber-Dally. Kenzie, what'd you find out?
Yeah, Brandon, Coach Girton told his team that these next few points are so crucial, but he wants them to remain calm. He doesn't want them to get too high, too amped, and to ride this roller coaster too much. But these next few points are critical if they're going to slow this game down and extend it.
Well said and well executed for BYU. Goodness, Trevor Herget.
Up and over, and look at that attack, corner to corner. No defender around. And like Kenzie said, very crucial here, Concordia, just play good side-out volleyball and stay in this.
Oh, great swing from Kai Vogel. Kept alive by BYU. Herget gets it over. Fisher, attack from the back. Vogel wants it again. He'll get it. Kept alive by Tafunga. Oh, what a rally. Hit out of play by BYU, point CUI.
Kai Vogel off the bench has been fantastic.
Amazing.
For Concordia. 7 kills, no errors, hitting .538, and he's back to serve.
Vogel taking a few deep breaths here. The pride of Rancho Cucamonga. And there's that adrenaline that Kenzie was talking about. Flowing too fast. And another timeout going to be called by Concordia.
And again, they're going to want to drop a play, like they talked about, kind of relax. You look at Coach Valle talking to his setter, Matt Fisher, just a freshman, but has done a great job setting this Concordia team all season long. Learned a lot along the way. It's a lot to take on for a freshman. He's got 2 coaches that were setters. Coach Curtin was a middle, but I'm sure he's got good stuff to say as well. But now it's up to him to try to figure out, okay, what are you seeing out there? Who do you want to set? What do you want to see to get that side out?
This is the first of 2 matches between BYU and Concordia. And taking a look at their upcoming schedule, again, tomorrow, and then at UC Merced for 2, and then Jessup. They'll be back home in Orange County to take on Jessup April 9th and April 10th. And then for BYU, Concordia, and then Pepperdine, and then at Vanguard. And then later down the road, USC, UCLA.
Yeah, boom, 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 right? It's tough. BYU is heading into a critical point in the season where they really want to get into gear and be playing at their top level as they head into the conference tournament in mid-April. A lot of volleyball left to play and a lot of great teams that they're going to face.
If you're enjoying our sound design tonight, picking up all the action is Will Moyle, our audio mixer tonight. 23-20. BYU on top. Ooh, a laser into the net, side out. Golden Eagles.
That's when you're thinking that was a good timeout, right? You got the ball back, you got a missed serve and a chance to get close and try to tie this up.
Habermas hits that one out of play. Match point for BYU.
And what a third set for Concordia, hitting over 400, but BYU hitting 400 as well, and they have a chance to close this out.
And doing the honors, Gavin Chambers, who gets it over. Blocked at the net. Game, set, match. BYU takes it in 3.
BYU finishing how they started with terrific block. AJ Cottle and Herget closing that and finishing off their first match at home in 3 weeks, and I think they did exactly what they wanted, was to come out, get everyone involved, kind of shake off the cobwebs, put on a show for their fans.
And you can see what it meant to those BYU players in those reaction shots. A lot of emotion poured out in those 3 sets, and BYU takes it 25-17, 25-14, and 25-21. And Concordia can build off of that third set for tomorrow.
I mean, that's what's great about men's volleyball and how this season goes, is you play a team twice, right? And so get right back at it. Both these teams are going to go look at stats and see where they can make changes, see what they did well, and learn and make adjustments.
And that is a happy BYU team who is happy to sleep in their own beds here tonight after being on the road for 3 weeks. And Concordia can hold their heads high and regroup for tomorrow. Same